This game is great, but it sure is dense. Here are 14 more tips that will help you as you make your way across Faerun. 1. I hate it when the compass rotates with you. Just watching that circle around gives me the chills. Unfortunately, this is the default in Baldur's Gate 3. Fortunately, you can change this in the options menu. Either hit escape to open the options or click this button in the top right. Go to the interface tab, then click on the checkbox for north-facing minimap. Once you have that selected, you can change the way your character faces and the minimap will still face to the north. Much better. 2. Did you know that if you use a controller, you'll enter into an over-the-shoulder perspective and your right thumbstick will move your character instead of having to click where you want to go? It's great for immersion, but when you get into combat, the radio menus can get a little wonky. Hopefully, they get this cleaned up before the console release. It's a cool feature to have on PC, but I hate to be stuck having to play the game like this on the PlayStation or Xbox. 3. In a previous video, I mentioned if you throw a healing potion at a team member, it will heal them from a distance. Well, not only is this true, but that potion will act as an AoE. So if you want to use a potion and you have a party member close to you, throw it at the ground between you two and you'll both benefit. 4. This one's for the Twitch streamers out there. Not only do you have to turn on Twitch integration for Baldur's Gate 3 on Twitch, but you need to turn it on in the game's interface as well to get it to work. I've seen people complaining that this wasn't working for them, and I suspect this is the missing step. Go to Interface, Options, Gameplay, and then it's down at the very bottom. Click that, and you should be good to go. 5. Make sure to carry a shovel on you at all times so you can dig up chests that you may find along the road, even if you fail the perception check. You'd have to know this chest was there from a previous playthrough, watching someone else play, or I'm sure someone's making maps for this by now. You'll need to put the shovel on your toolbar to dig up undiscovered chests, but as long as one of your party members has a shovel in their backpack, anyone can dig up a discovered chest. If you run by a spot and everyone makes a survival check and they all fail, I'd start digging in that area. You probably just missed a chest. I've had this happen to me a couple of times now, and when I did, I was always able to find a chest and dig it up. If you dig up 5, you'll get an achievement. Number 6. This one might contain some slight out-of-context story spoilers. I rescued a druid from a camp. Then that old dude turned into a rat and scurried off, leaving me in the camp. I had snuck in and was surrounded by goblins. I tried for longer than I should to find a way to sneak back out of said camp. I finally walked out and got ambushed by about 30 gobos. It was a nightmare. Finally, I opened up my map and clicked on a waypoint and teleported out of the camp. I had always assumed that waypoints were a point-to-point system where you had to be at one teleport to go to the next. This is not the case. Just open up your map and you can teleport to any of the other waypoints you have opened up already. Number 7. This one's going to help with your inventory, because frankly, your inventory can turn into a nightmare. Use the extra backpacks you find lying around to help get things organized. You can then put these on your ability bars to have access to your potions all in one place, or your scrolls, or random sausages you want to throw at people. Number 8. After a few nights of resting, you'll be able to respec at your camp. You'll unlock an NPC named Withers. There is more to his backstory than he's willing to let on for now, but you'll be able to respec your character, or resurrect one if they die. This could potentially be a bug, because I know there's somewhere you can actually rescue Withers from, but I never did that. I guess he just got tired of waiting around and showed up one night. Number 9. Don't forget, you can multiclass. While you'll only be able to level one class at a time, if you want to be a warrior cleric, you can, or a mage barbarian. Not everything will synergize well, but this is a role-playing game, and they put the power into your hands. Number 10. At the very beginning of the game, if you choose to either play as Shadowheart or play as a character that has the command spell, you can pretty easily force the devil towards the end of the Nautiloid to drop his two-handed flame sword. This is a pretty amazing sword for a level 1 character. But if you're already past here, I wouldn't worry about re-rolling if you missed this. Number 11. If you see a red dot on your user interface, that means you have more abilities, spells, etc. that aren't showing. If you go over to the right here and hit the plus button, you can add additional rows. You can then move the columns in the middle to get all your sections aligned perfectly. Couple this with the earlier tip about stacking items in extra bags, and you can get a pretty custom layout with all your abilities and items quickly at your mouse tip. 12. Use the environment to slay your enemies. Seriously, look for things over their heads, look for things flammable at their feet, just look for things. They'll help. Number 13. You can only have 4 inspiration at one time, so don't be afraid to use it. If you are capped on inspiration, you'll earn 50 experience points if you get another one. So nothing's going to go to waste per se, but spend that inspiration. These aren't ethers from those early Final Fantasies. Number 14, don't miss out on this dog. Unfortunately for Scratches, his partner has met a rather cruel end. But whatever you do, do not tell Scratches that his friend is dead. Even if you do not have animal handling or speak to animals, you'll be able to get Scratches to join you. During the dialogue options, just choose the non-aggressive options that get him to join you. Hold out your hand so he can smell you and find you at camp later. He'll understand, but he won't abandon his friend just yet. The next time when you make camp, go to sleep as usual. When you wake up, you'll get greeted by a friendly bark. For now, Scratches will just hang around camp and let you pet him. And if you have a ball, you can even play fetch with him to earn an achievement. Legend has it that later in the game, he may even just become a companion who can follow you around. But for now, that's just a legend. I'm Rob. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all my game guides. Speaking of, here's a video with 10 more helpful tips for Baldur's Gate 3. And as always, an extra special thank you to all my YouTube members out there whose support helps make these guides possible.